Hi everyone, it's me, Dennis, from the Soccer Number 10 Blueprint site. I know most of you might be wondering, you have not heard from me in a long time. At this moment, I'm here in what you'd consider my little laboratory. Yes, a room where we actually look into all the in-depth things or studies of soccer. At this moment, it's approximately 3:30 a.m. I'm up, was doing some writing. We're actually putting together something that's very awesome for you all who are a part of our site. However, with all this said and done, let us actually start to look at the Soccer Number 10 Blueprint book. Yes, behind the book. Some of the controversial topics that weren't really covered on the site that were actually within this book. Yes, I have a copy of the Soccer Number 10 Blueprint book. I want you to know it's an actual real printed book, right? So you know that here below you can see many different things. We will not really go too much into depth in the actual study of this book. Well, first of all, let us begin with this book. Soccer Number 10 Blueprint. Skillest of the skill, bravest of the brave, player of honor. Many of you who have noticed certain things on the site, for example, Soccer Number 10 site, you have noticed where I've made mention of skills of the skill, players of honor. You see, as number 10, it's uttermost important for us to understand that we are not just players in the eyes of everyone. Yes, we are, but after the games, there are many more things that are involved. For example, our lifespan, how we will communicate with our community, the environment, and so to speak. I hope I don't sound like one of those Twilight Zone person, but it is uttermost important that as we strive to build our concepts as number 10s, that we must venture off not from the real source of physicality and the source of spirituality, the source of life in its essence. Soccer Number 10 is a book with a lot of stories behind this book. You see, to actually think about how I've actually penned this book and how I've actually found the time to write it, it's remarkable. I've been through really what you'd consider one of the most stressful lifestyles ever. Yes, not those crazy lifestyles, but one of those lifestyles that had a lot of stress involved that would make things so impossible to achieve. But somehow I managed to pull it off. The reason why I'm saying this to you is because I want you to understand that if I can do it, you can also do it. First of all, I want to share some things with you. One, I used to be in the army and I used to be a sergeant. And I was responsible for many soldiers, their lifestyle, their their way in which they will live and prepare them for battle, so to speak. Yes, for those of you who were NCOs who might be looking on this, NCOs, or we live by a code or a code of conduct that we'll call by example. And in so doing, I had to push with this book. You see, at nights while I would try to go to sleep, I would actually hear what you consider to be the youth actually wanting or waiting this book. And every day I would like try to put it off. And the impulses, the visions were so strong that I had to pen the book. I penned this book not mere because of I'm a writer or so forth. No, I penned this book simply because I wanted closure. The dreams and the intuitions were always coming, and I needed to get this book out. The book that you have in your hand is an actual book of things that I have actually seen, vision, an actual path that I've actually seen. Believe me, trust me, this book is really thought provoking. I'm not trying to sell you this book by all means, no. This book is When I really sit back and read it, I cannot even till today believe that I've actually penned the concepts from this book. However, for those of you who are really serious about your soccer number 10 lifestyle, by all means, you should get this book. You should. You should read this book, The Soccer Number 10 Blueprint. I will try my uttermost best to make sure that you can have access to these books within the libraries. However, let us begin our behind the scene or behind the book in its entirety. First of all, this book was actually written in El Paso. It was written from approximately like March of 2007. Yes, within March, I finally got it completed. And I've decided, yes, this book must be given to the people. Here at the top, published by Dennis Lee. Soccer Number 10 or soccernumber10.com, El Paso, Texas, published simultaneously in the United States of America. The first quote or quotation that you will see in the book is entitled Soccer Number 10. If you have not consciously made a decision to be a number 10, skilled, brave, and healthy, then you have unconsciously made a decision to be an average soccer player, unskilled, mediocre, and unhealthy. Dennis Lee. You see, it's uttermost important for us to understand the first quotation of this book and the reason why it was placed there. You see, as number 10, if you have unconsciously, right? Like, let's say you have not consciously made a decision to be a good player, yes, a number 10. What basically is happening, or what you're basically stating, is that you don't have enough skill to aspire to become a number 10. But the reasons behind this is that you can be a number 10. Yes, there's no reason why you cannot. If you know how to play soccer, all you need to do is to have a mentor, someone who will walk you through the secrets. And that's one of the main reasons why the Soccer Number 10 website exists. It exists because there is tons of quality information within the training area of our site. But it is utmost important for you to understand that before you become a number 10, you have to consciously make a decision. I want to play well. I want to be a better player. And then in so doing, you will move forward to become a better player. All the other things will fall into place. You will learn tricks, you will learn skills, and all these things will come to you. And they will somehow overshadow you, and you think that, wow, where was this? Why this came about? What were I doing all along? Or was I doing all along? I'm so sorry. But if you have not made a decision to become a number 10, as we quote from the book, page 3, and for those of you who have the ebook at this moment, please do read the ebook while we command behind the scene. Brave and healthy. Yes, the number 10 is basically brave. Some people actually emailed me stating, or veterans stating that I'd actually thrown in stuff from the army right there when I made mention of brave. But as a number 10, it's utmost important for us to be brave. Yes, without fear. You're not afraid of anything. Yes, you might have fear, but in confronting your opponents on the field, or smart defenders on the field, it's utmost important for you to be brave. Skillest of the skill, bravest of the brave, player of honor. That's who you are. That's who you should aspire to be. So bravery helps to cast out fear, which will cause you to fumble with the soccer ball. Yes, not the football as in the NFL, but fumble. Yes, make mistakes easily because you have fear. And fear will cause you to downward spiral because your fear creeps in, your confidence will go out the window or take to the back door. All your creativity, all the skills that you know will just leave. And you might be left on the soccer field saying, what happened? I know what to do. Yes, you do know what to do, But there are certain systems that have been in place that will cause you not to focus on the things that you ought to do. By all means, please go to the Soccer Number 10 website and go to the free training era. It is there for you to learn. It is there for you to understand these concepts. The quality information that you will find there, you will not find it anywhere else on the internet. Trust me, I know this. The things that I actually have been impressed to put together for you all. Lectures, for example, 45-minute lectures, PowerPoint things. Uh, these are things that everyone on the internet will charge you for. Webinars for which we'll actually discuss in later upcoming things. These are all there for you. Yes, you, the individual who wants to become a number 10, free of charge. You might be wondering, oh, yes, Dennis, you are rich, you can do this. Great job. You're supporting the youth. No. But those who have actually put money into the programs, what we actually do, we use it to fund other smaller programs. I don't know how we do this here at Soccer Number 10, but I have a faith in a strong divine source. And this divine source will always come to my aid whenever I need it. And in so doing, the more I give information to you, and the more I see that you have improved, is the better it makes me feel as an individual. Not just to feel, yes, I've done this, I've sent out some paper, I wrote a book. This is nothing to what it is or what is to come from things that I've actually seen. But as we stroll through this book, we'll get to understand more of what Soccer Number 10 is and what the Soccer Number 10 Blueprint, book is all about, and why it is so important that if you're a soccer player, you ought to read this book. Or go to the website. In some bookstore, for example, Amazon's, Barnes and Nobles, and Booker's, this book actually is priced for some bookstores, for example, in the UK, $47. That's ridiculous. I saw this book on the internet for $56. People are actually selling this book for that amount of money. To tell you the truth, I didn't want this book to be sold for that amount of money. But these people are making a kill because they're in the chain bookwork network system that have been in place with this book. But this book, it should be sold for at least $19. That's the price I wanted. And that's the price I want you all, so that you all can get this book. 172 pages. On the ebook version, it's approximately 150. However, it is utmost important that you read this book. But on the website, you get the book in the digital form, plus you also get training, tips, videos of myself actually doing the drills, walking through some of the secrets of becoming a number 10. You see, many people stress the importance of trying to do tricks, to do this, to impress others. But as a number 10, these are things that just comes naturally. In the book, the Soccer Number 10 Blueprint, and on the site, we stress the importance of understanding the holistic approach of understanding yourself, then understanding your opponents, and understanding everything else that will happen in this small atmosphere. Yes, for those of you who have actually seen the Soccer Mind Control website, that's a whole different case. But within that package, we've actually made mention of many concepts that will blow your mind. Not control you, that will blow your mind. These are things that you could actually use today to not manipulate people beyond their wildest imagination, but it will help you to stand out better. Trust me, it will. Now, I think we have thrown a slight curve there in our presentation at this moment. But bear with me at this moment. It's approximately now, let me see, it's 3:44 in the morning. I'm a little bit fuzzy, but I will turn in eventually. But it's the best time for me to put together this video because during this time, after researches and so forth, I will go through my prior session where I seek more aid, spiritual aid, so that I am more focused on the mission. Yes, brave. To continue with the code, brave and healthy. Number 10 is healthy. I'm not saying health in the sense of just being physically fit. I'm talking about healthy, an holistic approach. Healthy in the sense of he's nutritionist or he's nutritionally wise. Nutritionally wise, so to speak. He knows what to eat. He knows how to keep himself or herself in a right perspective because health is important as a number 10. It is your health what you will use on the soccer field. It is your health that you will cause you to not just stand out but live an exemplary life. And if you are a druggie or someone who does smoke or something, these are habits that you have. But as a number 10, you are setting an example for those who are looking on, yes, the youth, the kids, all those who will be looking on. Let them say that, hey, he's a healthy guy. Let them say that, oh, he's fast, he's fit. Let them assume that something is wrong with you, but there's no record to say that you are or have ever participated in drug usage or so forth. And if you have, by all means, by listening to this video, stop because your path to become a number 10 is totally different from trying to be some gangster type of personality. You see, it's important for us to understand that we are representing something that is bigger than ourselves. We're living in a limelight from players who have worked so hard to achieve this level or for this legacy. And now becoming a number 10, we are now a part of this legacy. Imagine the image, imagine the statue that we have once we put this jersey on. And once it's off, we should still do the same. Right? On and off the field. People will look to you and say, wow, that's Romeo. That's my nickname, everyone in El Paso. Wow, that's Dennis, for those who are in the Army, or Sergeant Lee. But they will say, this guy, I live by example. The youth can come to me, and this is what you're trying to do, but you're healthy. Then, if you have not done this, then you have unconsciously say to yourself, look, you want to be an average player. You have to be healthy. You have to be brave. You have to be skilled to be a number 10. You have to, or smart, or cunning as a fox. Because the reason why you have to do this is because you're dealing with smart defenders, smart coaches. These people spend time studying soccer. But as a number 10, some of these traits come natural because you'll spend years of practicing and researching. You know what works from what doesn't. You have a team behind you to tell you, to guide you, to look at all the best strategies that can help the youth to develop their skills. And if it all fails, spiritual aid will open your mind to see tricks that have never been seen or never been videoed or recorded on earth. And as number 10, you need to use up there your spiritual source so that you can attune yourself, whatever your religion is. The soccer number 10 is not trying to get you to be a part of any religious. This is not no sect. This has had nothing to do with nothing of mind control, nothing of that nature. What sort of corner do you fall in within your religion or your source of religion? That's where you fall. And if this is your belief, use your belief to uplift yourself and to uplift your soccer games. It is uttermost important, and it is stressed within this book. Nothing to say that, look, this book is for you because you're a Christian. There's nothing of that nature. Soccer is a circle. It's a ball, but it's a man with a ball, and the man with many different emotions, many different religious beliefs, many different aspects. And these are things that will be disclosed in an upcoming uh, concept. Yes, for those of you who know soccer, you might know of things. For example, have you ever loved soccer in such a way that you talk about it? Yes, and there's an actual definition for a person who does this. Soccer number 10 calls this person, or called the study of this, socophy. Yes, socophy. It's an actual study of each soccer player, their holistic study, trying to understand each behavior, each pattern, but not something scientific, but something based upon thought. Socophy is the study of the love of soccer. People will say that they love soccer, but they don't understand the whole concept. In soccer, you understand both the internal side of soccer and the external side. It's slightly sound as if I'm teaching drunken soccer concept for those of you who are drunken soccer practitioners on this call at this moment. But what we're basically doing is we're trying to understand that soccer number 10 is not just a number 10. It's more than this. It's not just this book. After you have read this book, you will understand many things that will cause you to understand who you are as a soccer player. Many people who have actually been to the soccer number 10 sites have said and stated bluntly they've never heard or ever seen or ever read anything like this. Where did I get it? And to be frank, sometimes I don't know. I just don't know. But I know that there is a higher source that caused me to pen these words. And I did pen them. And you have them. And by all means, they're there for you. There also is a tab on the site for to make a donation. Yes, a donation to help with the program. Yes. Just the same way we give to you. It's not that we're going to ask you, please put money in the quarter, put a quarter in our pan or anything. But no, we feel that it's your obligation to know that, listen, I've learned a lot from this site and I want to learn more. There are tons of videos there listed, but we also need to fund the program. You see, we donate charities and everything. We don't touch this money, friends. That's soccer number 10. Our ultimate goal is to contribute to our mission. Hopefully by the time the World Cup comes, you will be blown away with what we will be doing for those who are of you who are members of the Soccer Number 10 site and those of you who are also viewers of the site who participate in our programs. We're trying to do something real big. Our mission is really big and the task is very hard. But by all means, nothing is impossible with divine sources on your side. Everything that has happened to cause this book to come into existence and the websites to come into existence, it's not just mere luck, friends. Many times I would have walked away from the whole idea or the whole calling to put this package, this system, this theory, this whatsoever you might call it. It's not a theory. It is a way of life. And if you are listening right now, by all means, go to the website, judge the website theories, knowledge based upon what you see or learn there. And trust me, you will learn something new each time you go there. One youth told me that he spent actually 2 hours on the site. The next day he watched the same video and there was something different about the video. He said I was talking something different. No, I wasn't. I wasn't talking to this young man. I was just doing what I was told to do. If your heart impresses you or impresses you to make a donation to the site, by all means, make a donation. But if you feel that you don't need a donation, you don't need to make anything or any contribution, you're all okay. But based upon the facts that you have received something of high quality, something that will make you improve in your soccer life, something that will change the way your coach or coaches view, what would you do? And as we almost complete this quote offered from the book, you have made a decision to become an average player, unskilled, mediocre, and unhealthy. Think about it. Think about it. If you have not made a decision